Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's Atlantic Tropical Basin Update. So unfortunately, tropical cyclone development is now likely in the Gulf of Mexico, and taking a look at our tropical development chances, we now have a 30% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 2 days, and a 70% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 7 days, with an overall high chance of formation now in the Gulf of Mexico. Taking a look at our forecast discussion, a broad area of low pressure located over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. A gradual development of the system is expected, and a tropical or subtropical depression or storm is likely to form late this weekend or early next week while the system moves eastward or northeastward across the Gulf of Mexico. Interest in the Florida Peninsula and the Florida Keys should monitor the progress of this system. Regardless of tropical or subtropical development, locally heavy rains could occur over portions of Mexico during the next day or two and over much of Florida late this weekend through the middle of next week. Formation chance for 48 hours is low at 30%, and formation chance through 7 days is now high at 70%. So let's get into the models to see what we are seeing with the system. Looking at the 18Z run of the GFS model, see a large cluster of showers and thunderstorms in the western Gulf of Mexico slowly organize into a tropical depression by Monday, October the 7th, just northwest of the Yucatan Peninsula, and could see a weak tropical storm as we go into Tuesday, October the 8th, just northwest of Cuba, north of the Yucatan Peninsula, approaching Florida, bringing a whole lot of rain to Florida Monday through Wednesday when it starts to approach landfall as a weak tropical storm, maybe even a tropical depression. Not looking at a lot of strengthening, thankfully, in the 18Z run of the GFS model. Going to see a lot of rainfall, though, across Florida, and this could lead to some flooding all the way through Thursday as we see the system move across southern Florida. Taking a look at the 12Z run of the European model, the 12Z run of the European develops a tropical storm in the western Gulf of Mexico as we go into October the 7th as well, but the European model strengthens this into a strong tropical storm as we go into Tuesday, October the 8th, just northwest of the Yucatan Peninsula, and then we see a landfall as a strengthening hurricane as we go into Wednesday, October the 9th, somewhere around Tampa, Florida as a Category 1, maybe even low-end Category 2 hurricane. So let's hope the European model solution is not the one that verifies, as we're looking at a Category 1 or 2 hurricane moving across the Florida Peninsula through Wednesday. And taking a look at the Canadian model, the 12Z run, the Canadian model actually does a weird track with our system developing a tropical storm as we go into Tuesday, October the 8th, makes a landfall as a strengthening hurricane in the northwestern Yucatan Peninsula as we go into Tuesday afternoon, Category 1 hurricane or so. And then the Canadian kind of stalls it out over the Yucatan, bringing a whole lot of flooding through Wednesday, through Thursday, moves it back northwest, strengthens it back up in the Gulf of Mexico, and then we see a strengthening hurricane and eventually a weakening hurricane move towards Florida all the way 10 days from now, October the 14th. So the Canadian solution is probably going to be an outlier. However, we're going to have to continue to watch the trends on this Gulf system very closely over the next several days. So thanks for watching this update on our Atlantic Basin. Primarily, I covered the Gulf system because this is the only one that's really going to impact any land. But thanks for watching. Please stay safe. Have a wonderful evening, my friends.